Hi guys, welcome to JVN testing tutorials. Today manual testing day 5 theory session. In the last class what we have seen? We have seen about sequential model and types of sequential model, that is waterfall model and second is view model. Let's see today's topics, types of incremental or iterative model. Okay, first is spiral model. Let's see what is spiral model. Spiral model. It is step-by-step procedure or a standard procedure to develop a new software. So, if you want to develop any new software, spiral model is a step-by-step procedure. Okay. Next, in order to overcome the drawback of waterfall model, we use spiral model. So, in order to overcome the drawback of waterfall model, we use spiral model. So, what are the drawbacks of waterfall model? See here. Testing will start after the coding. Requirement documents and design documents are not tested. It is not suitable for big size projects. Change requirement are not accepted. So these are the drawbacks of waterfall model. So in order to overcome these drawbacks of waterfall model, we use spiral model. So when we go for the spiral model, when the customer requirements are frequently changing or dynamically changing, then we go for spiral model. So when we go for spiral model, when the customer requirements are frequently changing or dynamically changing, then we go for spiral model. The best example is Flipkart application. Why Flipkart means day by day it will changes the offers, day by day it will changes the prices, status, day by day products will change, day by day items will change. So whenever customer requirements are frequently changing, then we will choose spiral model. Okay. Next, spiral model are mainly used when there is a dependency between the modules and features. Okay. And also spiral model mainly used where there is a dependency between the modules and features. What is module? What is feature? For example, the dependency between login page and home page. Okay, the dependency between login page and home page. Without login page we can't open home page, right? So there is a dependency between home page and login page. For example, TSRTC application is there. Okay, for example, this TSRTC application is there. So there, here the reservation module is there. In the reservation module, these are the features. Okay, book e-ticket, how to book, seat layout, reservation points, these are the features. This is the bus pass module. This is the bus pass module. In bus pass module, how to apply types of bus passes, student passes, these are the features. So there is a dependency between modules and features. Here the reservation is a module, these are the features. So there is a dependency between this reservation module and this is the features. So this is called, when there is a dependency between modules and features, then we will go for spiral model. So this is called module and this is called features. Okay, another example I will give. For example, Gmail application is there. The home page means login page. So this is a module. Login page is module. So features means compose, send mail, spam, draft, inbox, these are all comes under features. Okay, so there is a dependency between modules and features. Then we go for spiral model. Let's see the diagram. Let's see the diagram of the spiral model. See here, phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. Three are there. Three phases are there, right? So day 1, on the day 1 got one requirement. For example, Gmail login page. Okay, so Gmail login page, day 1 got one requirement. So implementing from first phase, SDLC first phase is there, right? Requirement gathering phase. Okay, BA will go to client location and gathers the requirement in the form of CRS, VRS or SRS document. Next, After coming the BA to the company, feasibility study meeting will be conducted. After feasibility study meeting, design phase. Design phase after coding phase. After coding phase, testing phase. After testing phase, will release and send to client. So this will happen on day one. Got one requirement, Gmail login page. This all implementation will takes place in the day one. Day one requirement. Okay. Again day two in phase two. Day two. Phase two means day two. Okay. Again day two got another requirement. Okay. Client will see the first requirement. If there is any changes or modification, client will intimate in second requirement. Okay. And day two got another requirement like Gmail, for example Gmail home page. Okay, in day one we got Gmail login page. Okay, in day two we got Gmail home page. Okay, that is compose module, inbox, sendmail, draft, spam. Okay, these are the home page. Okay, so again implementing from first phase, requirement gathering, feasibility study, design phase, coding phase, testing phase, and release and send to client in the day two also. Okay, then again in the day three got another requirement. Okay, that is Gmail logout page. Okay, so in spiral model, whenever the requirements are frequently changing, then we go for spiral model. Okay, whenever the customer requirements are frequently changing day by day, then we go for spiral model. Next, let's see what are the advantages of spiral model. Customer can see the application partially and can get confidence. Yes, right. Correct, right. Day one got one requirement. So, example, I have explained already Gmail login page. First requirement. After sending to client, they will see and give the second requirement. So, client can see the application partially, right? So, this is the point. Customer can see the application partially and can get confidence. Next, requirement changes can be done. Correct, right? In spiral model, day one got one requirement and day two another requirement. If there is any changes in the day one requirement, client will intimate in day two requirement. We need to change or modify. So, requirement changes can be done. Okay. Next, testing is done in every cycle before going to next cycle. Correct, right? Yes, we are doing testing in each and every requirement, right? We are doing testing in each and every requirement. Day one requirement we are testing, day two requirement we are testing, in day three requirement we are testing. In each and every requirement we are doing testing, right? So this is called the testing is done in every cycle before going to next cycle. So these are the advantages of spiral model. Next, let's see the disadvantages or drawbacks of spiral model. Requirement and design documents are not tested. Okay, requirement means CRS, BRS, SRS document will not tested. Design documents means HLD, LLD documents are not tested. Only in V model we will do this requirement and design documents, right? Next, testing will start after coding. Testing will start after coding. Only in V model, testing will start parallel to development activities by validating CRS, BRS, SRS, HLD, LLD documents. Coming to waterfall model and spiral model, testing will start after development phase, right? Only in V model, testing will start parallelly to development activities. Coming to waterfall model and spiral model, testing will start after development phase only. Yes. So these are the disadvantages or drawbacks of spiral model. Next, when do we go for spiral model? When the customer requirements are frequently changing. Already have explained this. When the customer requirements are frequently changing, we go for spiral model. And one more point, when there is a dependency between modules and features. Modules and feature means home page and login page. Without home page, we can't log in home page, right? So this is the dependency between modules and features. Next, why spiral model is called iterative model? So why spiral model is called iterative model? In every cycle, same process is repeated, right? In every cycle, same process is repeated, right? In the day one, same process: requirement gathering, feasibility study, design phase, coding phase, development phase, testing phase, all this repeated. And again in the day two, same: requirement gathering, feasibility study, design phase, coding phase, testing phase, release and maintenance phase. Again in day three, same. So that's why this model is called iterative model. In every cycle, same process is repeated. So this model is called iterative model. Next, why spiral model is called incremental model? So why incremental model? In every cycle, we keep on adding new modules, right? In every cycle, we keep on adding new models. In the first cycle, means in the first day, Gmail login page, right? In the second day, Gmail homepage. We are adding the modules, right? Yes. In the third day, Gmail logout page. We are adding the extra module, right? So that's why this module is called incremental module. In day one got one requirement, in day two got another requirement, in day three got another requirement. So this model is called keep on adding the modules. That is called, it is an incremental model. Next, prototype model. Prototype means sample or dummy. Okay, prototype meaning is sample or dummy. So what is prototype model? Let's see now. When the customer requirements are not clear or may get confusion about the requirement, we will go for the prototype model. How can we go for the prototype model? By creating a sample or dummy application. Okay, we will create by creating a sample or dummy application is created instead of actual application. Okay, so what is prototype? Dummy or sample. So when customer requirements are not clear or may get confusion, then we will create a sample or dummy application instead of actual application. Okay, so if client is accepted after seeing dummy application, then we will develop and test the actual application. So that is called prototype model. Next, let's see what are the advantages of prototype model. Requirement changes is accepted. Requirement changes is accepted. Why requirement changes is accepted? Whenever customer requirements are not clear, we will create dummy application, right? So after seeing dummy application, if client need to change any modules or features, then we will then while creating actual application, so requirement changes is accepted. So that's why it is one of the advantage. Okay. Next, 100% customer satisfaction. Why 100% customer satisfaction? Because client is already accepted dummy application. So in actual application, as 100% customer satisfaction will be there. Okay, customer means client. Okay, the client is accepted or already accepted dummy application. So in actual application, 100% customer satisfaction will be there. That's right. So it is one of the advantage. Next, let's see what are the drawbacks or disadvantages. Application investment is more. Why application investment is more? Because we have to create the dummy application, and also again we have to create the actual application. So that's why in application investment is more. Next, not suitable for small size projects. Yes, right. It is not suitable for small size projects. Why? Prototype is one of the type of incremental model. So incremental model is only suitable for big size projects, right? So that's why it is not suitable for small size projects. Next, total time take is more. Why total time take is more? Because we need to create the demo application and again we need to create the actual application. So that's why the total time is more. Next, when do we go for prototype model? When the customer requirements are not clear about the requirement. Yes, right. When the customer requirements are not clear, we will create a dummy or sample application. So at that time we will go for the prototype model. Next, when the customer and software company are new to the business, correct, right? When the customer means client, when the client are new to this field, software field, so they will not explain anything. So we have to only do the develop the application, and we have to test the application, dummy application. So at the same time, software company also new. Whenever the software company also new, so we will create a dummy application. After accepting the client, we will create again actual application. So at that time, we will go for the prototype model. Yes, guys. So that's it, guys. Today's class day 5. Hope you like this video. Please everyone like this video, subscribe to YouTube channel and share to your friends. Thank you.